For anyone unfamiliar with Chevy Chase Drive, it starts in Atwater against the river at the North Atwater Park beside the Department of Recs and Parks yard, which is not as funny as the show.
It's like there was 30 Rock and then Studio 60, the real hard-hitting truths of the Department of Recs and Parks.
So Chevy Chase Drive, if you're not familiar, starts along the river at this little park where you can access the other side of the river path. Like usually it's the bike path on one side, the north side or whatever.
The Dan Aykroyd
the west
River.
side, the Dan Aykroyd. The what's the other one? I'm trying to think of.
John Belushi.
John Belushi.
Let's go through the entire original cast of Saturday Night Live. And whoever gets to Gilda Radner first, you get a special prize.
So it runs from this little park that's next to the Rex and Parks yard, and it goes all the way through Adams Square, north into Woodbury area, then past Rancho San Rafael, where there is an area known as Chevy Chase, goes past the Chevy Chase Country Club, and from what I can tell, ends in La Cañada, Flint Ridge, depositing you very close to the Angeles Crest Highway route that'll lead you into the forest.
Just like Chevy Chase would have wanted.
Just like Chevy Chase.
I thought about doing Chevy Chase also.
Yeah. One day I furiously look, I don't usually look up street names. I just accept them. First Street, Second Street. Who knows what the stories lie behind that. But Chevy Chase Drive, one day I was just like, I think I was driving and I just pulled over. I'm like, okay, what? Like, what is it? I'm tired of not knowing. Is he from Glendale?
Because Chevy Chase Street was around before the Chevy Chase.
Let's get into it. You can keep talking, but I actually did research, so your hunch is always better than my research.
I think I could get down to the bottom of this.
So as young comedy fans will ask, why Chevy Chase? How come Chevy Chase was a thing? Chevy Chase Drive that runs through Glendale is older than the actor Chevy Chase, who was born in 1943. I found an article in 1925 from the LA Times database.
Hang on. Oh yeah, those dates add up.
Stating, major improvements in the approaches to Glendale from LA and Hollywood will have a great effect to the importance of the new Chevy Chase Drive highway system. So it's the 20s, highways meant other things to them. But in the same article, they were talking about a new huge development in getting around LA, and that was the plan to reinforce...
Saturday Night Live!
Are you free Saturday night?
Saturday Night Drive with Chevy Chase Boulevard.
That drive is only good for a little bit.
Only the weekend update.
The drive is good for maybe 2 years.
Don't stay on it too long because it starts getting really weird with being mean to his cast members. And
when it starts getting into Community, you're like, this drive's not that bad. But then it gets really bad.
Yeah.
It just drives into a trench. You're like, okay, I should have maybe taken another street. I'm always surprised when I'm reading about one thing and I learn another thing by accident, which is apparently me learning by accident is the only way I learn.
It has to be wrapped in cheese and thrown on the floor for you to learn it.
When they're talking about Chevy Chase Drive opening up in 1925, they're also talking about a new way to get between Hollywood and Glendale is going to help so much. And it's reinforcing what they call the Glendale Bridge, which is what I've been calling the Hyperion Bridge, which is the bridge.
Which one is that?
That's the one that leads you from Los Feliz into Atwater, that long, slopey bridge that you see W.C. Fields on in whatever movie that is.
My Little Chickadee?
Never give a sucker any break? Whatever.
The one where the things keep falling off of the different stories of the house?
No, that's the one that we saw when it originally aired.
Yeah.
Was it called It's a Gift?
Yes, it's a gift.
It originally aired in the 30s, was when we saw it. Was the joke I was trying to make. Chevy Chase. Can we get back to it?
Uh-huh. Speaking of, he was the Chevy Chase of his day, kind of.
I don't think that's true.
I think it's an exact parallel.
I don't think that's
Then who's the Chevy Chase of the 70s? No, wait. I mean, who's the W.C. Fields of today, the 1970s?
Oh, John Belushi.
So it can only be people from Saturday Night Live.
Chevy Chase Drive is named after the area in the Glendale La Cañada Hills called Chevy Chase, which I didn't know was there. So again, if it's not named after the actor, by the way, Chevy Chase, his real name is Cornelius Crane Chase.
Really?
Yeah. So then, what's a Chevy Chase? Some people also think...
I mean, sure, Cornelius is not great, but why would he change his name to...
That's something that's already a thing. I didn't look into why he changed it. So some people think that Chevy Chase may have derived from the French word chevaucher, meaning ride. You can grade my French later. I'm not doing that on Duolingo.
F.
More likely, though, it comes from this explanation. I got this information from the Chevy Chase Historical Society, which I got really excited about.
Which is dedicated to
Chevy
the actor.
Chase, the actor Chevy Chase. I got really excited because, there's a Chevy Chase Historical Society. I'll learn everything. It's in Maryland, which is the original Chevy Chase, which is probably where Chevy Chase in Glendale gets its name. I couldn't find the link between the two, but I know that one was incredibly popular.
And one was on Saturday Night Live.
Chevy Chase refers to a Scottish ballad titled The Ballad of Chevy Chase, which is about the actor. No.
Every explanation you're giving me is it's based on Chevy Chase, but it's an older Chevy Chase, and we can't, it's a Russian doll of Chevy Chase. We're not getting to what the real Chevy Chase is.
So, the Ballad of Chevy Chase, the chase referring to a hunting party in the Cheviot Hills, not the one in LA, which is also confusing, near the English-Scottish border. Cheviot hunting grounds, or chase, then later becomes Chevy Chase.
Oh, okay. So they're chasing something.
In the Cheviot Hills, and Cheviot becomes Chevy.
Well, what were they chasing?
I read it was hunting party, then I heard it was hunting ground, so I think it was just an area of the hills, like a Chase
Oh,
or
okay.
something.
Like Chase Knowles, which is an apartment complex down the street.
This isn't the farthest we've gone back, but it's pretty far. In 1388, the English and the
pretty
Scots
far.
fought a battle in these hills, and it was put to a song. It was originally the Battle of Otterbourne, sung in Scottish, and then when it got translated to English, it became the Ballad of Chevy Chase. The first verse of the ballad is, God prosper long our noble king, our lives and safeties all. Woeful hunting once there did in Chevy Chase befall. Chevy Chase is spelled differently than we see it. It's Cheivy. That's Chevy.
Chevy.
And Chase is Chace as well.
Chevy Chase.
Are you Scottish?
I.
The sound of bagpipe.
A can of haggis opening. my kilt blowing up. Sorry, my Scottishness slipped away from me for a second. My kilt is blowing up.
Because I remembered that I'm from the valley. So ballads in Scotland referring
But
to...
I'm from the Chase Knowles.
I'm from Granada Hills, not the one you're thinking of.
Did you not get that when I've always said I was from Granada Hills?
Now, Maryland, in 1725, a man named Colonel Joseph Belt, well, his name wasn't Colonel, but you know what I mean. Joseph Belt, who was a colonel, a Scottish immigrant living in America, now owned 560 acres of colonial Maryland land northwest of what later became Washington, D.C., and he called this piece of land Chevy Chase because he was Scottish.
And he just liked a battlefield.
Yeah, the idea of like a battlefield where the thing happened. Through different land companies and owners, the name Chevy Chase just stuck through the centuries, basically.
In Maryland. Still.
In Maryland, yeah.
Not in Glendale over the centuries.
I found this information out from the Tropical Station Glendale blog. A 1920s real estate agent named E.R. Austin working on creating a new entrance into Glendale from L.A. E.R. Austin was the person who got Glendale to change the name of the route, which comprised streets like Park Avenue and Sycamore Canyon, into Chevy Chase Drive for the entire length of the drive, which I didn't know was it's the longest street in Glendale, Chevy Chase Drive.
Longer than Brand Boulevard?
Yeah, because Brand isn't that long, because Chevy Chase Drive starts in Los Feliz and goes all the way to La Cañada,
yeah.
but it's not like a main thoroughfare. Like, it's not like a big street.
I've passed by Chevy Chase on the way to the Americana.
What was he doing? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Greg, that's that chemistry that I have to edit out. I'm sorry. That was really offensive what you just said. That's going to have to be cut.
Getting a zinger on me? That's so offensive and offended my personality.
You didn't even lift up your X-Men sunglasses when you said that. But yours is a hat. You have like Cyclops hat.
A big beam comes out of my bald head.
Or just the third eye up there. But boy, is it bald.
Boy, there's no hair there.
No eyebrows.
So all of this comes back to, I don't know why E.R. Austin called the drive Chevy Chase. I don't know if he owned land in the Chevy Chase area. I don't know if he was from Maryland, but I know that Chevy Chase is not about the actor.
And that's really all I need to know. Like,
Kind
it's just
of.
reassuring that it's not named after Chevy Chase.
Yeah, I stressing myself out trying to figure out what E.R. Austin owned. Was he like trying to find out any information about him? I did find anything. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, well, it's not about the actor, and that's kind of all I cared about. There's also a small street in Beverly Hills off Benedict Canyon named Chevy Chase Drive, also not named after the actor.
Is that everything?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh.
There was nothing else. Let me tell you, please.
I mean, I know I just
would've
said
done
I
another
just
page.
needed to know it's not about him, but like, I don't know, a little bit more.